of Nation.
Let's go!
Yo!
Dun, dun, dun.
Soldier boy.
Hey,
Romi, my homie, you nailed that let's go.
I feel a lot of pressure here.
We traded out RK for RB.
Yeah. This is all part of my plan to oust him and take his spot. So I felt like that had to be a guttural let's go.
I think your plan is already taken form.
You've made
no
your
doubt.
mark.
RK, we're sorry.
It's okay. I usually crash and burn quite quickly, though. So
it is the DNVR Pregame Show brought to you by Game Time and Coors Light. Download the Game Time app. Sign up with the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. And get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR.
Hey, I was Coors Light today.
Explain.
I got delivered straight to the door.
You did.
I did get delivered straight to the door.
Straight to the door, and we're
But not a minute too soon.
Oh, man.
No, and we're starting off hot. Coach Pollock on the show, man.
Hey, man, it's game day. It's almost game day. It's time.
Yeah.
You know, it's time. We're down here in Orlando, Florida. You know, we're home of one of my good friends' favorite ride at Space Mountain down there. Disney World right around the corner. So hey, let's get it.
Coach, I got to ask you something that I have never, ever asked you before.
Talk to me.
How was practice?
Man, practice was awesome. I tell you what, we've had a couple of good days. Really, true.
Jake, I missed practice this week.
I know.
We flew down here Wednesday, which was let me just go and tell you, kudos to whoever made the decision for us to fly down here a day early. Mm-hmm. So we came right through. We had a good flight, and we've had two good days. And I think it was good for us to get down here and kind of follow the model that a lot of NFL teams that go from the West Coast to the East Coast do. Mm-hmm. Get down here a couple of days early, and then even a day early than what we had planned with the hurricane and everything. But we've had 2 great days. I think our kids have really been locked in. We've been able to meet with them a little bit more, and we're excited.
Good.
Do you think it does something for the group? Like when you can kind of be away from the noise,
Absolutely.
Not everybody going to their home, you're all together for a couple more days?
Absolutely. I think it's kind of like the old, like the NFL teams that still go to training camp. They go out of, some of them still go out of town. And, there's something about being said that, when you're housed up under the same roof for a few days that you just kind of feel a little different about it. And I think it's been good for us to get kind of laser focused on what we've got to do here and just to get ourselves, ready to play.
Yep, and back in Florida too. I mean,
back in Florida, baby.
Tons of players on this team from Florida, Georgia, just around the Southeast. Yes. Just what's the vibe? Just kind of coming back home, I guess.
Listen, I've never lost a game in the state of Florida.
Let's go. Hey, I love that.
I'm just going to tell you right now,
tomorrow.
We ain't starting tomorrow, okay? I feel very confident when I play in the state of Florida. So, it's one of those deals where it is exciting. I tell you what, I walked outside the first, they got this air conditioning in this hotel. They could probably charge people a little less if they cut the air conditioner up a little bit. Just telling y'all.
Yep.
But anyway, when you walk outside and you feel that Florida heat, that humidity, man, I tell you what, it brings back good memories. I love it.
I got to give a shout out here that I know we're all going to agree on. Traveling down here from Atlanta, when you get to that Georgia-Florida border, shout out to everybody who's been dealing with the hurricane. You really see the intensity of the damage pick up from businesses to homes. And it's like hit and miss, but you can see it.
Yeah.
So shout out to everybody. I mean, I had a couple of flights delayed. Right. These people got homes wrecked.
Right.
So
yeah.
Shout out to them keeping everything in perspective. We're here for a football game, but we do recognize there's some people out there hurting without power.
Yes, definitely.
And have some loss of property and that kind of thing. So y'all keep your heads up.
Yeah. I tell you what, I've been really blessed. My parents, it moved a little bit east, and I know when you pray for it to miss your parents, that means it's going to hit somewhere else. Mm-hmm. I get it and everything, but it missed them, and then my 2 daughters, it kind of, it tapered off a little bit. My youngest one lives in Statesboro. It hit it pretty hard, but her house and everything was good, so I was real happy. I was staying up all night with them, just getting checkups. So I pray for everybody that has damage and lost a family member or something, and it's unfortunate, but we're just blessed that we can come down here and play this great game.
Definitely, yeah. Praying for everyone out there. But UCF, this team runs the hell out of the football.
Yes.
Just how do you get ready for that during the week? Just
more
physical practices.
Yeah, we have. We've picked up the physicality a lot at practice because that's what you got to get yourself ready for. It's the Gus bus, man. Gus Malzahn does a great job. He's a guy that I've always kind of looked up to because he's a high school coach that has made it at the highest level. He cut his teeth at the high school level like I did, and then he went to Arkansas, and then he went to Auburn, had a successful run there. Now he's at UCF, and he's running the same stuff he's run.
Yep,
and, he's going to run the football. He's going to use play action. He's got a big 250-pound quarterback that used to start at Arkansas that transferred there that we got to deal with. A really good running back, and he's going to hit some top shots over the top with us with some really good receivers. So it's something that we've got to prepare for. And then, defensively, it's kind of funny. The head coach that used to, well, let me back up. The guy's the D coordinator now is Ted Roof. Mm-hmm. He signed my first Division I player that I had as a head coach when he was a head coach at Duke. So I know Coach Roof really well, running a similar scheme he's always run, 4 down front with quarters coverage behind it, little 3, rolling a little 3, weak or strong, clouding it. And, it's going to be a good challenge for us. They've got a great coaching staff, got great players. They got Florida, a lot of kids from the Southeast that understand, what kind of football is played down here. And we've got to bring our A game.
Coach, I want to go to the game, behind the game a little bit. When you're your neck of the woods, when you were at Jackson State, you recruited this area. Colorado, you recruit this area. Talk to us about the importance of being in Florida, playing the game. We're on TV every week, but there's nothing like being in person where people, recruits, their families get to see the Buffs in action, whether it's the organization at the hotel, the performance on the field. Talk about that impacting to help recruiting.
Well, I've always said if you want to catch big fish, you got to go to the pond that's got big fish.
Yeah.
So I mean, there's no mistake. There's a lot of players down here in Florida and Georgia and in the Southeast. It's just they're built a little different here. They come up. They practicing in 95-degree weather in August and July, and they don't even think twice about it. But it's awesome for us to come down here and for people to see way away. And a lot of people don't get to go out to Colorado. I will say this. One of the biggest misconceptions is that it's hard to get out there. It's not hard to get one from Fort Lauderdale, too, so it's down here in Orlando area. So we're excited to come down here and let the players, these high schools, and let these kids down here see what we're all about. See how they want to see Coach Prime, but they want to see what we do. Mm-hmm. And anytime you can come to an area that you recruit and play in front of those kids, it's going to help you recruit. And Prime said it earlier this week. And whether you like it or you don't like it, it don't really matter. The fact is they're going to have a ton of recruits tomorrow. A lot of them are coming to see us.
Yep.
Let's just face it. We're used to that, and you know what? That's okay. That's how it works, and that's how this business works. So we're coming out tomorrow with the attitude that, hey, we've got to put on a show and for the future.
I'm kind of curious, in a sense, that's a lot of pressure, right? And I know this program is built on withstanding that pressure, but the current players, maybe they're not thinking about, right, the guys that are going to be replacing them at some point. How do they embrace that kind of added pressure of what they do impacts the future of the program?
Well, I think that all of our guys understand the importance of the position they hold, being a Colorado Buff. I mean, listen, when we're on social media more than anybody in the country. We're talked about more than for people to get on ESPN and say something about our program in a negative light and say we're this or we're that. Well, you spend a lot of time talking about us if you don't think that we're relevant or we're this. So heck, show me your actions if we're so not relevant and everything. But the thing about it is this: we are building something special. We got a good thing going. Our kids understand that they're a part of something that's changing the landscape of college football. And they understand the man they're playing for too. Yeah. And they understand what he's all about and what it represents for a lot of people, and but the biggest thing about our kids too is, when you recruit kids from down here, a lot of these kids are coming home. They got a lot of family. There's been a lot of ticket requests. I've had a lot of ticket requests, and anytime you're playing in front of your home people, anytime you're playing in front of folks that you grew up with, you want to put on a good show. So I think that puts a little pressure on them too, but I think they're going to be able to handle it because I think that's how they came up. People don't understand. These kids played in high school football. I'm telling you right now, I've heard it, I've seen it. They've walked off the field at halftime and they've had their uncle or their cousin hollering at them because they didn't play good because they got a bet on the game. Hey man, I got y'all minus 20. Let's go. So they understand what pressure is, and I think they're okay with it.
Yep. Coach, it's like a boxing adage, but styles make fights, right? UCF obviously wants to run the ball. They defend the run really well. I mean, Colorado, we have Shedeur Sanders and Travis Hunter. They want to pass the ball. How do you balance that line between, adjusting to their play style but also being you at the same time?
Well, I think you've always got to be you. I think you got to do what you do best. I think you got to get the ball to your players that are going to make the plays. You know, I mean, we can't come out here and try to be UCF. We got to be Colorado. Mm-hmm. You know, now defensively, we know what we got to do. We got to stop the run. But what they do on offense don't have anything to do with us.
Right.
You know? Yeah. But you know what? We do need to run the ball better. We need to be more efficient in the run. I mean, we're never going to be a team that rushes for 250, 300 yards. That's just not who we are. Yeah. And we would be stupid to be that way because we got the best quarterback in the country. Mm-hmm. And we probably got – I would say we got the best receiving core in the country as well. So, you know, we need to get the balls to the guys that's going to be explosive and help us do the kind of things that we want to do. But at the same time, we do want to be physical. And just because you pass the football don't mean you're not a physical football team. Sure. I mean, there's perimeter blocking, there's pass blocking. I mean, there's a lot of physicality in throwing the football too. It's just people think that you got to line up two tight ends, I formation, and come downhill to be physical. That's not how this game is. You ain't gonna see that out of UCF. They're gonna be four wide and they're gonna be coming downhill at you. So, you know, it's just a deal where you got to match their physicality and you got to stay within yourself and who you are and not lose sight of the fact that this is what got us here. This is who got us here. And, you know, we kind of think players, not plays. You know, when we call plays, we think, who can we get the football to? Can we get it? Hey, let's get it to Travis Hunter. Let's get it to Jimmy Horn. Let's get it to, you know, Wester and Will Sherry. Let's get it to those guys. Let's get it to our running backs, you know, Michael Welch and, you know, some of those guys in the backfield. That's kind of how we think about it. And, you know, I think tomorrow's going to be no different. You know, Two's going to put on a show, and we got to go out there and perform.
Yeah. Speaking of putting on the show, if you're just joining us, this is the DNVR Pregame Show. That is not RK.
RB.
Take a good look.
RB. Didn't grow out his hair.
That's not.
I know we look
right.
similar.
No,
you don't.
No, not in the least bit.
No, you don't.
Don't even remind me of him.
Nope, not at all.
That's Romi Bean. She's with us.
Romi Bean.
Co-hosting here in Central Florida. We're live from Orlando. The team hotel got offensive analyst Michael Pollock with us.
I mean, I've had to, you know, come in here and I guess since she would never have me on her show on Tuesday, she comes every day and every Tuesday and interviews Prime and, you know, has a great show. And I don't ever get invited. So I was like, you know, we're going to invite her to our show. That's how we do things.
You're always invited. You're always invited. Come on down anytime.
That's right.
You can crash the show.
There you go.
Coach. Prime gets tired of me.
Speaking of players, what Travis did last week, I mean, just what is your reaction when you see that stuff?
Listen, man, I'm going to tell you right now. I mean, my best friend, one of my best friends that coached with me in high school was Travis's offensive coordinator in high school. So I've known Travis Hunter for a long time, and I've seen him do stuff for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to be honest with you, at this point, nothing surprises me. Mm-hmm. Like, you just expect him to make the play. Like, at the end of the game, when we needed a play, what did we do? We threw it to him twice, right in a row. Yep. And then all of a sudden, everything looks good. You know, and I'm going to tell you something. It's like I said last week, you know, he's like a rattlesnake. If you keep playing with him, you're going to get bit. And you know what? He's going to bite you one way or the other. I mean, he knew, listen, that kid knew where that ball was going to be run. When they lined up in the formation, you could see Travis, Cam Silman motioning him to get up. He knew he was already on the way. He was standing right in the gap. He knew right where they were going to run the football. So things don't happen by accident for him. He makes them happen because he's that guy. Mm-hmm. That's just who he is. And, you know, I'm just glad he's on my team.
For sure.
Absolutely. Coach, when you talk about we're going to play our game, and our game is through two, we got Dallin Hayden back, if I'm not mistaken, this week.
Yes, we do.
How's he looked at practice?
Man, he's looked really good. You know, he's looked really good. He's healthy again. That's good to see. And, you know, he just adds depth in that backfield. You know, it was good. I'll be honest with you. It was good to, you know, even though he was out for a couple of weeks and we missed him, it was good to get Zay in there. Get Zay some. I thought Zay ran hard last week. You know, got Michael Welch running hard. So, I mean, we got three backs right now. We got Charlie Alfredale Dog coming in on third down, doing some really good stuff in the pass protection and catching the football. And I really feel good about what he brings back to us. You know, he gives us another all-around back that can do it on all three downs. He can catch the football out of the backfield. He can run it. He can pass protect.
Someone like probably doesn't feel that.
I'm sure he does.
Well, the thing about Will, though, is this, and you're right, it was a concern. But Will played in the SEC for a long time, so he's played some really good big competition. I know people say, well, he came from Vanderbilt, whatever. Listen, I don't care where you play. If you play in the SEC, you've played some big time ball, and he caught 21 touchdowns in the SEC. So let's don't forget that. So but you know, I think Will bounced back. He's had a great week of practice. I think he understands that, you know, he needs to make that play, and I think in the future he will. And I think he's used to making those kind of plays. You know, I do think this. I think he got robbed on one. I think they missed that one. I'll be honest with you. I know I'm not saying the referees are wrong. I'm not talking about the referee. Hey, I thought he caught the ball. That's okay. You know, they said he didn't. I'm going to respect what they said and move on.
And let's be clear, Coach. They thought he caught the ball on the field.
Yes, they did.
Yeah, so I don't want you to think you're by yourself.
Did. Now, they may have seen a different angle than I did. They do, you know, but, hey, I thought he made a heck of a play on that ball.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, there was a lot of plays left out there. Hodge and DJ McKinney both had interceptions, went through their hands.
Yes.
Wet night, wet ball, we understand, but I'm sharing your viewpoint on it. From the angle I saw, Will catches that ball. He lands on about the 2.
Yes.
On his back. They're going to stop the clock for us to get down there. We had shown in the previous minute and a half we weren't doing a damn thing with the clock.
Right.
I like the outcome we got.
Yes, absolutely. You know, the only thing in that situation with 2 seconds is we'd have had to get down and we couldn't have spiked the ball.
Yeah.
Because in college football, if there's less than 3 seconds in the game, you can't spike it in on that. So we'd have had to have – and we have worked that situation. So I'm glad it worked out the way it did because I don't like the odds of us jogging 50 yards down the field and getting the ball off in 2 seconds and throwing another. You know, you know what I mean. So I mean, it was man, what a way to end. You know, to keep fighting, keep playing hard. You know, I've been coaching for 33 years. I never won a game off a Hail Mary. I've lost one, but I have not won one. And so now I got me one. You know, so it was nice.
Go. That's awesome. All right. Anything else for Coach?
I love him.
Hey, I love you.
Got great
We
hair.
love you too, Coach. Buff Nation loves you.
Hey, what's up with the Red Bull? I mean, are we not sponsored by Coors Light in Orlando? Is that what's going on?
We will get to Coors Light here in a second.
I'm just asking.
Well, we're going to get to why the Red Bull's here too. Okay. It's been a long day, Coach.
Has it, man?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to talk this out. But the official 4th member of the DNVR Pregame Show, Michael Pollock.
Listen, if you're in Orlando, you can find me at the Mi Casa Tequila. I'm headed that way right now. Hey, I got to pass by it to go to my room, and I'm going to make a pit stop.
Let's go. Appreciate you.
All right, Coach. Appreciate you.
Thanks again, man. We'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Lesser athlete would have.
Look at that, yeah.
All right, shout out to our friends over at Game Time. Take all the guesswork out of buying tickets with our friends at Game Time. It is going to be packed. Lots of people coming out to this game this weekend. Locals, people coming from all over the country. Make sure you use Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use the promo code BUFFS, BUFFS, for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code BUFFS for $20 off. Use that Game Time picks. You can see where your seat is, catch the best deals, all that good stuff. Download Game Time today. What time is it?
She can say it too. She knows the answer. It's
Game
time.
Game Time.
2 for 2.
RK who?
And then also shout out to Coors Light.
Coors Light.
Where's that?
When it's time to chill, make sure you reach for the Coors Light. It's the best. Come hang out at the DNVR bar if you're not out here in Orlando. We got it on draft. We got it in the Silver Bullets. And we got the banquet beer in the stubby bottles as well. Make the most out of the times you choose to chill. Choose Coors Light. Get it delivered straight to your door with Instacart by going to CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company.
The magic. See? He's here.
You just did it again. Wow.
Y'all
this
missed
guy's
it.
unbelievable.
Right. Sleight of hand right in front of your face. Mata,
Sir,
I got to tell you something, brother.
I got to hear you.
Every time I pick you as my pregame guy, it works.
You deliver.
Dang.
Every time. Oh, the cook, that's for you.
No.
It's not for you. It's for our inside joke.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. I love it.
It's not for you to eat. It's for us to talk about.
I got to take a picture
Cookie
of that
on the table.
for,
Well,
for the
explain
inside
this.
joke.
I
Okay.
am not following.
It's a great joke that we have going on.
It's
for
not
the
going. It's not going to be great because you had to be there.
Exactly.
So I hang out with the specialists a lot. I roll with them. Those are my dogs.
Mm-hmm.
I come to the table one day, lunch, and mate is eating lunch, but he's eating off the table. Oh my gosh! It's like he has his cookie. It's not on a plate or a napkin.
Oh, okay.
It's just sitting on the table. And he's doing this.
But like the thing is, like he has his regular like food, like he has
Yeah.
his rice, his steak, his chicken, like on the plate, but the cookies on the table, like
Yeah.
on the side. It was great.
Wow.
It was great.
So
They do it different down in Australia.
that's what we told
Like
him.
it. I'm not mad about that. I had this visual of you being like, You were straight up eating off the table, and then I was
He
like,
might do it.
Now we got to have a
Those
discussion.
damn Aussies, you never know.
Cooking, you know?
And like the thing is, it's not even being like it hasn't been just him. Cam did it.
Yeah, it's spreading. It's contagious.
Yeah, it is.
Unbelievable.
I know. Cam Hawkins did it last week with a pizza. It was already like bit into it and everything, and just
Set it on the table. These guys, I tell you.
I was very
Coach
disappointed.
Prime's got to set y'all straight. That's crazy.
I think, hey, we all got our weird stuff going on.
That is true.
Me personally, judge me all you want. I put ketchup on my pizza.
That is too weird.
I'm going to judge you harshly.
I apologize to all the Italians out there. I'm very aware, but I get disrespected when y'all use hard shell tacos.
Ooh.
He's got a point there.
You feel me?
He's got a point there.
You feel me?
Shots fired.
Extra grind.
You feel me?
I love it.
So I gotta fight back somehow. And how do I do that? Put ketchup on pizza.
I need you to take me through a moment, brother.
Yes, sir.
Wester catches a pass. It gives us 6 points. We're down 1. It's Mata time.
This sounds familiar.
They call a timeout. During the timeout, you're doing this. What's going through Mata's head as he's doing this?
To be honest, whenever they call the timeout, I'm like, bro, we've been here. Like, y'all know the saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even got to say it again because y'all already know what I'm about to say.
Yeah, cane ice.
Damn right.
Yeah.
And at this point, I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm just – I see, like, some big mofo, like, on the D line, like, trying to, like, get into my head. I'm like, bro, I can't hear you. We're still celebrating for the fucking touchdown that we just scored in your ass.
Yeah.
And
Let's go.
then I look up and I see myself on the big screen. I'm like, oh, shit, what's up? So I'm waving my dad and everything is cool. And then I'm like, all right, time to go.
Time to lock in.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, man. What was it like? Or sorry, go ahead.
No.
Well, just what was it like for you watching the end of that football game last weekend?
Oh, man. It's like it got us speechless, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It was incredible. After Will dropped that pass, I was like, oh, no. Is it really going to come down to this? And then I see Shador instantly roll out. I'm like, oh, yeah, big time. Coming in. And then it just took me back to Travis catching that one pass in the celebration bowl my freshman year. I was
Fourth down and no time on the clock.
Exactly. We've been here before.
Yep.
It ain't nothing new.
Love that, man.
When you look at you got a tough position, right? Because you're either the most loved guy or the most hated guy,
Right.
even though there's so many other things that happen in the game. You talk about that ice in your veins mentality. How long did it take you to develop that and be so mentally strong?
I try to ignore it for the most part, you know. Obviously, I always thought of kicking as more of a mental game than it is a physical game. So being mentally tough and mentally strong is definitely what separates great kickers from good kickers, in my opinion. Being able to kick in clutch times.
Yeah. So I see you going through your mechanics a lot on the sideline, warming up, mental reps. But when does the actual situational math come in play that, okay, let me get ready, because if they do this, it's on me? You know, whether it's an extra point or if we drive down the field goal range, what's that level of lock-in like when you know, all right, coach is about to call my name. I'm not just over here stretching for the stretch of it. I'm getting ready to go perform.
The second the offense gets on the field, to be honest with you. In high school, what I used to do, it was every time we crossed the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
But now that I have, Shador and Travis and LaJohntay, I'm like, okay, we're going to get there anyway, so might as well just warm up the second we get on the field.
Great point.
Yes, sir.
Because they could be on their 5 and could be across the 50 in the play.
Exactly. Or we could get a big play all of a sudden, and all of a sudden I'm on the field.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Mata, early in the year, you kind of had your struggles a bit. Just what kind of kept you strong? What were you relying on to get you through that point? And because you had 2 really clutch kicks in that game last weekend.
My family. I struggled a lot the first few games with keeping stuff off the field, and it really affected me mentally. And being homesick and all that really, just screwed me up mentally. And we were just talking about mental toughness actually. What's it called? Baylor was the actual week where I was actually relaxed. I was chilled. I was actually focused on the game, focused on the right things that I had to be focused on.
Love it, man.
I love it. The only thing that we're missing, and I hate, you know what? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, to tell this, Mata. But I'm going to do it. Mata promised me braids this week, and he didn't do the braids.
Shoot, I did.
Oh,
I
no.
did. No, but listen.
I promised you a do-rag, and I didn't bring the do-rag, so.
No, but I got one.
You got your do-rag?
Yeah, I got a do-rag. It's actually in my backpack right now.
All right, so
But
I need the braids, Mata.
I have a reason why I didn't do them. Because I know – so last week it was going to rain. So So I was like,
True
okay.
that.
And then this week I saw that there was a hurricane. I'm like, same thing.
Yeah.
Feel me? But
Yeah.
they're coming. They're coming. I kind of hate that you spoiled the surprise
No,
like that.
you know what? You know what? Seeing is believing. Seeing is believing.
No, I feel you. But they're coming. Don't worry. They're coming.
So let me ask you this, my man Alejandro Mata. September 15th through October 15th, Heritage Month.
It's my month.
And you always run out with your flag.
Yes, sir.
Why is that important to you?
Just making sure people know that I represent. I play something for bigger than myself.
Show's over, y'all.
This guy's awesome. Going back to promises, I promised you earlier I'd get you a sub.
I did get the sub, and I already finished it.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
I just had to let the people know because we put that video out, and the story was unconcluded at that point. But
hey, people, I finished my sub. Jay got me my sub, and I finished my sub.
yes, sir. And with that, Mata promised me 100% on field goals, 100% on extra points, and a 45-plus yarder.
I believe it. All he needs is the opportunity for his number to be called. We do these things at practice, as Mata knows, called prime situations, where you just throw stuff at you. And during the game, you'll be ready, and prime may decide we're going to go for 4th and 8 instead of kick. So you just never know. You got to just be ready. But I absolutely believe in Mata. People will hit me and say, "Oh, you got blocked. You can't still believe him. Oh, you missed one." And what does he come back the next game and do?
Yep, always.
It's Mata time, man. It's automatica.
Telling you, bro. And listen, I got something to say about prime situations. I think Coach Prime got tired of calling field goal. He never calls field goal in prime situations anymore.
Yeah.
He already knows the result.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of
Did y'all see him pregame Baylor, by the way?
Nuh-uh.
So we do this thing where he kicks and we back up and back up and back up.
Yeah.
Oh my God. You talk about dialed in. What was you got 61 or something that last one? 58? Yeah.
I'm telling you, I got the leg on me. It's more of a mental block every time I get on the field. I'm not gonna lie to you. I the one time that I've actually felt like I had a good ball was that PAT against Baylor. That would have gone for a good 50 plus, couple field goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say it's a mental block, how do you work through that?
To be honest, I'm still trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
I'm going to therapists and all that to see how I can get over that, because I know that I have the leg. I just gotta be able to trust myself and get over that.
Yeah.
You got it in you,
That's
bro.
awesome.
Appreciate that.
We believe in you.
That's awesome.
Oh, absolutely believe in him. Mata, Feely's down.
Yeah.
Prayers go out to him.
Yeah.
Thoughts go out to him. We've been kicking his ass in the fantasy group. We have not let up.
He's 0-3,
0-3.
bro. Oh,
Shout out to Owen Feely in our fantasy league.
Just kicking a man when
we're
he's down.
praying for you and love you, but we're putting our starters in.
I felt bad last week because I played him last week, and that's the week he got hurt. I was I
Check
gotta
the
let
scores.
him
I'm sorry, but sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Story's up next.
Yep.
What's it been like, leadership veteran you getting him ready this week in his ear?
Honestly, it's been weird. I still see myself as a young, kicker.
I'm out of year old.
I know.
Tables have turned, brother.
I guess, bro. And it's weird because I still remember over at Jackson, I had G Baby somewhat mentoring me. I had Lane, Jacob, and even Shady at some point. But now it's me trying to give this guy points and thoughts about what to think, what to do. And I told him I told him and his dad hey, I'm gonna take you under my wing. I'm gonna make sure you're the best kicker to ever play after me.
Love
awesome.
that. His dad was
not after me, but after I leave is what I meant.
Yeah. His dad was a big time NFL, kicker.
Was it his dad or his uncle?
His dad or his uncle? It was Pete, right? Just have you spoken to him? Have you been able to glean any tips from him at all? No,
sir.
But what have you seen from Alexander so far?
Strong leg.
Yeah.
Strong leg, a lot of potential. And I think we're going to be good for the next couple of years with kickers.
Love that.
Yes, sir.
Chat's going to love that too.
Absolutely.
I love that you just talked about wanting to mentor the next generation, the next one to come up after you, because we were talking to Coach Pollock about you coming to Florida. It's a big deal for the program and for all of these Florida kids that are coming out to see what you guys are going to put on the field, and the pressure of what you do affects, in a way, the future of the program. But you clearly have this mentality that you want to help it. So how do you look at it when you know there's a lot of recruits and a lot of eyes coming to see what Colorado has to bring tomorrow in Florida?
Sure, that's a really good question. Oh, gosh. Okay. Well, obviously, this is going to be where I graduate from, and I know that in the future I'm going to want, look back and see, okay, I was part of that rebuild. I was part of that, stage where we're trying to turn a 1-11 program into something big, something championship contender type of deal. and like being able to say that I was on that team. I was the reason why our kicking game is so good in the future. I want to be able to like say that.
What would you tell a recruit if they came up and asked you, what's it like playing for Coach Prime at Colorado?
Oh, Coach Prime, like, to be honest, he's probably a top 3, if not the best, like, mental coach you could have as a kicker. Because most coaches, they'll, like, yell at you. They'll, like, get in your face if you miss a kick.
Yeah.
What Coach Prime tells you to do is, like, hey, move on.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the past. You're good. We trust you. We love you. Move on.
It's like that DB mentality almost, right?
Mm-hmm. Which is something I, like, really appreciate from him.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
All right, Mata, we'll let you go, man. Thank you so much for stopping by,
Yeah,
bro.
my family's right now in the
Yeah,
lobby.
go say hi.
Alejandro
Go say
Mata.
Appreciate y'all.
Thanks,
you don't
man.
miss.
I'm about to disappear again. Ready?
Oh, don't crash the stream. Come on.
It's my man Mata. I'm about to eat a cookie off the table again.
Thanks, Mata. Thank you, man. We have one more guest coming.
Tables are meant for eating.
Let's see.
You what?
Where can you find it?
On our YouTube page or Uncle Neely's YouTube page. Yep. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. We're about to give out our prime players, including our sleeper of the game for UCF at Colorado. But Sleeper, the best fantasy app out there. Tons of customization options for fantasy football leagues. You can even import your league history from another platform on over to Sleeper. And they got Sleeper, picks and all that stuff too. So you can download the Sleeper app, use the promo code BUFFS when you sign up, and you'll get a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states, including Florida, I believe. So we are in on Sleeper out here. Check out Sleeper today. And then also Promotico, the wonderful people who have delivered this bus for us that you wrote in on.
This bus that everyone's blowing at you. Blowing you.
You know what? That's a long line. Be patient. We'll get to you.
Oh, my God. But shout out Promotico. That bus is, I call it a marvel. It's a monument to college football.
Ooh, I like it.
That's what it is.
I mean, nobody else has this.
No.
It's amazing.
No. And I'm excited to get back on the bus. Next road trip is Arizona?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we got bye week,
K-State.
home game, Arizona.
Wow, it's like 3 weeks from now. But shout out to Promotico for hooking us up with the bus. Uncle
Big
Neely
shout out.
already
Big
talked
shout
about
out.
it. The ride on this thing is incredible.
Smooth as a baby's bottle.
Love it. To hit up our friends at Promotico, visit promotico.net or call 678-208-3436 or find them on Facebook to learn more.
Can I get Romi on the bus?
Romi's going to get – you have to bring snacks.
I can bring
stand by
snacks.
that.
Okay.
Romi is a snack. A whole snack.
My guy. So then you can say, what snacks do you bring? I say, I brought myself.
Yes, exactly. No,
And that's going to lead to some assumptions, but we're good. It's fine.
I'm good with assumptions.
I don't like to come empty-handed, though. I will bring a snack of
appreciate
sorts.
that. Thank you so much.
Like Costco.
Yes. That's
so
what we need.
Everyone can have their own snacks.
Yes.
I love going with my mom to Costco.
You need to level
I don't have
up,
a membership.
get your own.
No, I just go, hey, Mommy, can I go to Costco with you?
Speaking of stops like Costco,
Yeah.
and I passed by 50 Circle K's and we didn't get to stop.
Wow.
Yeah, we were rolling.
Our good
But
old
shout
friends.
out to Circle K, though.
Shout out Circle K as well, man.
I was like, there's a Circle K. There's a Circle K. They were everywhere.
They're everywhere out here. All right, I'll tell you about my trip out here because you guys already talked about yours. We did not sleep.
Team no sleep.
Why?
Team no sleep. Why? Because we
It's fun in the moment.
I wouldn't call it fun, but the flight left at 5 a.m. We had to take the 3 a.m. train.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It's like a 2:25, 2:30 alarm. Yeah, so it is what it is. But we made it. It took a lot to get out here.
It did.
But
It did,
I'm
man. It
so
really
proud of
did.
us. I'm honestly really proud of us for making this
I am
happen.
proud of our individual and collective efforts to be here. Because at any moment, one or all of us could have said, you know what? I'll see you back at home, man.
Yep.
It ain't lining up right. But we got here.
Yes,
yeah,
we did.
there were some people that were like, yeah, no, I'm good not going like back in Boulder. See you later.
Well, we're out here.
Wouldn't
That's all
wanna
that
be
matters.
We're out here.
And
And we got Romi with us.
Yes, we do. RK who?
Seriously. What a fortuitous turn of events.
It's great.
So glad we made the trip.
Yes.
Love you, RK. Let's talk about this game a bit.
Let's do it.
Romi, just what are you looking at in this game? What stands out to you when you look at UCF or when you look at what Colorado is now and the players they're getting back?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, the run game is huge. 375 on the ground is just insane.
Yeah, it's absurd.
The entire offense. But so obviously that stands out to me. I think that obviously CU's run defense has taken a big leap from last year. Haven't allowed a 100-yard rusher this year.
Yep.
Right? It's 3.3 per carry they're allowing. So something, but I think this is far and away going to be their biggest test. I think in a lot of ways we're going to see where this group is at, right? And can they level up? And I think when you look at a team that rushes that much, it's that just wears you down, right?
Yeah.
It's demoralizing. So how do these guys handle that? Because it's going to be tough. It's just simply not. No, it's not easy any way you look at it.
Yeah.
I think something that CU has struggled with a bit is kind of some of the QB draws.
Yep.
And obviously they got a big, tough guy back
Yes.
there
Yeah.
who can run a lot. And so that's a little bit of a worry. I think you got to bring the pressure. This is a great opportunity to see the CU's D-line, which has been bigger, meaner, like we said, go against a tough offensive front.
Yep.
And see, because I think under pressure, you can stifle KJ a little bit. His accuracy goes down a lot. His completion percentage, I think it's 60-something when he's not pressured. It's 30-something when he's pressured. So you got to bring the pressure. On the other side, I'm excited to see what Shedeur does because this is a defensive front in UCF that do they have one sack all season?
They have
one all season.
Yep.
And so I asked Prime about that on the show, and he just said Shedeur is going to look at it like in an inadequacy that the Buffs had in the last game, they're going to try to exploit. So but I am curious to see what they can do with that, right? And maybe what you can do with the run game and get that a little more. Wouldn't it be great to just Michael Welch have one big burst, right? One of those. Just once, right? It's kind of a big moment.
60-yard run or something.
Something like that. One of those big things that we maybe haven't seen. So I'm excited to see what this our offensive line can do against kind of a defense front. And Shedeur should be able to kind of work some magic. So, I mean, I think this could be a shot for shot.
I agree.
So you got to score. You got to score, twice on your first, 3 possessions. It just feels like. But it's also going to be all game. Because they were down, 21 last game?
I think the score was 28-10, I believe, or maybe 28-7. But, they made a massive comeback.
So it's just going to be a fight to the finish, you know, all day long.
Yeah.
What about you, Unc?
People are who they are. Jake is cranky. Neely is hungry. Romi is hot. Gus loves to run the ball.
Hang out here more. This is nice. My photographers never say nice things like this.
Just generally don't change. And you're talking about a guy who's head coach at UCF now, who is Cam Newton's offensive coordinator. He loves big quarterbacks who can run. He loves to run the ball, control the ground game, control the clock. Yeah. I do think what Romi is talking about, our yin is better than their yang, whereas their yang is better than our yin. So how does this all come about? Who keeps who below their averages so far this season? Mm-hmm. We may not be the best run-stopping team in college football, but they're certainly not the best secondary in college football. Right. And we got the best quarterback in college football. So I really think this thing could come down to just clock management. Like, will we be in positions where we score too fast? Right. And then they take 10 minutes to score.
Right. Yeah.
And now we have to score
NDSU
fast.
Almost.
Yes. It could turn out to be that kind of game. I'm hoping what will change that, though, Romi, to what you said. Theirs are theirs and hold us below ours.
Yep. Yeah, that's great.
A couple of key players coming back, too. I mean, you already mentioned Dallin Hayden. We talked to Coach Pollock about it. You already mentioned Stojanovic as well. He's going to be handling kickoffs and basically what Jace was handling in his role. But Block Bully, probably the biggest addition back for this team. Absolutely. And what a time to get him back, Chidozie Nwankwo.
Yeah, when you talk about a game, I love where our bye week is. And it's been great to get a lot of these guys back after that because now they're even more healed. Yeah. But if there was a game in the games that he's missed that we need him, this is it.
Yep.
We got to shut down the middle. Yep. So Block Bully, Shane Coates, those guys are going to have big games.
Mm-hmm. Can't wait. Let's do prime players. Do we have our guy coming down?
Did not respond yet. Nope, no text back yet.
All right. Ready, Alyssa? Yeah. All right, prime players. We'll get RK's out of the way. He's
who?
Well, that too. Who?
Never heard of him.
Some may say he might know ball. I don't know. We'll judge him on these picks.
Romi knows ball.
Not so bad. He's pretty good.
Romi does know ball. And we'll get her picks real quick. RK offense, he took Jimmy Horn Jr. On defense, he took Levanta Bentley. And his sleeper is Omarion Miller.
All right. I have no problem with that. I had that same one and changed it.
All right, you want to go offense?
I will go offense. I'm going to go with our running game and go Dallin Hayden. We need a big game out of him because, like I just said earlier, I think situationally we don't want to score fast every time.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be nice for us to have a sustained drive down the field with Dallin Hayden back in the mix, taking nothing away from Micah. This is a game that's suited for him. So looking forward to that. Defense, give me BJ Green.
Okay.
I think we need to play football on their side of the line of scrimmage.
Shane Cokes.
I thought I moved him to sleeper. I did.
Oh.
Updated. See, I got receipts, baby.
That's my bad. What?
Defense, BJ Green. I updated. And then I got Shane Cokes as the sleeper.
Okay.
Because of what you're saying about Chidoze. We're going to need some significant play, stopping the run in the middle. And I didn't want to go block bully first game back. I wanted, I didn't want to put that kind of pressure in the universe.
That's why I didn't pick Dallin Hayden, because I probably would have picked him for offense. But I was like, first game back, Micah's going to have his role.
I'm with you.
But I picked a Florida boy. I picked LaJohntay Wester.
Can't go wrong, man.
I mean, after that Hail Mary, this guy's got to be feeling on top of the world. I think he's going to ball out.
Not just after the Hail Mary, after the misses, the drops before the Hail Mary.
Yes, exactly.
Like you talk about doing this.
Yep.
That's buy, man. Buy Wester stock.
Yep. Defense, I went with Cam Silman Craig. He's the best player on this defense right now.
Period.
He's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
I got him to continue. In sleeper, I picked Stojanovic. I think it's going to be massive if this team can consistently kick the ball out of the end zone.
That's all it takes, man.
I mean,
they can't advance the ball if they don't catch it.
Yeah, and just the field position game. I mean, Buffs have one of the worst starting field positions, in the country in terms of where the offense starts, or the opposing offense starts with the football because of the special teams and these issues. Give me Stojanovic to have a big game. Let's get your picks, Romi.
What? So these are the ones that I think are going to have a big game or got to have a big game.
Either your choice. Cook it the way you want to cook it.
Okay.
And we usually have a rule, no Travis or Shador, but if
I
you
won't
want.
those are
I'm
Captain
trying to do
Obvious.
different ones that you guys did because I was like, I was going to do him.
No, you can be the same.
I was going to do him. I'm going to do on offense Will Shepherd. I need a bounce back. I want to see him build that confidence back up, catch a bomb
I
early.
picked Will Shepherd like 4 weeks ago.
Okay. Well, this is the time, right? It's Shep's turn. On defense, I was going to say BJ, but you said BJ. So give me Nakai Hill-Green, who has been fantastic.
Romi knows ball.
We need that tenacity.
Yep.
We need that guy just playing. He said he was awesome. We had him on the show. He said,
he's a great
He said, I
interview,
look
man.
at it like it's war.
Yes.
And there's a guy there that thinks he can beat me, so we need that attitude all day long. We need war out there. And my sleeper...
Drum roll.
I don't know if it's a full sleeper, but I'm gonna go Micah Welch.
That counts.
That counts. Absolutely.
Like we said, I want to see him to bust out like a 60-yard run
Absolutely.
in one of these drives, and 2 tutties.
I love it.
That absolutely counts.
There you
And
go.
as much as QBs, per Shador's admission, do not like the QB sneak, Micah could very well get 2 touchdowns.
Hell yeah.
Very well.
There you go. Those are our prime players.
Romi knows ball.
Romi does know
I
ball.
was a little nervous. I was like, are they
RKB.
going to be like, fraud, get out, get off?
No, come on.
RKB.
I feel relieved.
What's it been like, season 2 of the coach, or what do you call it?
Coach Prime's playbook.
Coach Prime's playbook. What's that been like, second year?
It's been amazing. It's such a gift to have the opportunity to sit and talk with Coach. And it's funny because I'll listen to the press conference before, and then last year I didn't listen, and I ended up asking a lot of same questions.
Yeah.
So now I listen, and then it's like, oh, wait, so I'm trying on the fly to think of different things.
Yeah.
Because I want to give everyone something different. And also I don't want him to be bored. But it's just what I love about Coach is he's so honest, right?
Yeah.
And people get so mad, mad about some of the stuff he says, but he's just willing to say stuff that other people just aren't. They're also thinking it, And for me, I think professionally it's been such a gift, like the way that this show has gone and earning his respect and earning his trust. And it has been a growth thing, really, from season 1. And that, for me, is it feels really great, right? For someone that I have so much respect for.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome, and the player segments are so great.
You get the best stories out of them.
These guys are so amazing, and we would love to have Travis, we'd love to have Shador, right? But we end up getting guys, and it's so cool that they get their chance to kind of tell their
Absolutely.
story, and it's such a gift. And like I said, Nakai, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm such a huge fan now after talking to him. What a put together young man. Carter Stoutmeyer we had last week. What a great man. What a great family he's got, right? So that part has been, I didn't realize I was going to love the player segment as much as I do, but I think that's one of my favorite parts of the show.
Hell yeah.
Honestly.
And where can people watch the show?
Yeah, let them know.
So it airs every Wednesday on CBS Colorado at 6:30. But if you miss it, I don't know if I'm supposed to do this or not, but I post it on my YouTube channel right after.
There you go.
You can get it there.
Check it out.
If they haven't told you not to do it, you should do it.
So hopefully no one's watching. But yes, you can watch it there or watch it on my YouTube channel.
You're absolutely right, though. I love the players on this team.
Yeah.
They the stories that they have, their stories, just where they come from, their mindsets, and just their love and admiration for Coach Prime. It really shines through, and it shows what's so great about this
Yeah.
program right now.
Well, and I think that it gets lost in all the people drinking the haterade that
course.
they don't realize these players have such great substance. And
Yeah.
it's so cool to see Coach interact with the players, and the love that's there and the care factor that's there is amazing. I always say, like, my job in that segment is like ask a question and get the hell out.
Get out of the way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hell out the way. And
The
make,
haterade is probably being consumed more than Coors Light. Right. there,
oh
right-
my
right there.
gosh, it's unbelievable. And there's some really fantastic young men who are going to be so much stronger for having to deal with all that crap.
Yep.
But it's unfortunate people choose to ignore it because they just want to hate watch.
Yep. Any update?
On what?
Our guest.
Oh no.
Okay.
No reply.
Then let's just head on to the Super Chats.
Head on to the super chats.
But we do have to hit a final break.
We gotta hit a final break.
What is RK love?
What is RK Love?
Yeah.
The smooth sounds of Neely.
What are you talking
His
about?
Toyota.
Oh, I thought you were giving some quiz
No,
like the game time.
come
No, he
on,
absolutely
man.
loves his Toyota.
Oh, he loves
And the
that
only thing he loves more than his Toyota is all the Toyotas on the front range. Why he keeps doing it.
It's insane.
But every time he does it, we lose the live. Bear with us. We're back.
We didn't have a wild Mata appear this time.
It's less fun.
Mata was on full tilt though.
He
Good.
was.
Woo, I like it.
He was spicy, huh?
Yeah, he was. Was that a slur?
No.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm just
Jeez.
I'm making a joke. Mata would laugh if he was sitting here.
Oh, man.
Because Mata and I go at it. You should see our text group.
Well, that's what I love about Mata. It's he's obviously playing one of the toughest positions, mentally, but
It is thankless, man.
No, it is. You're either the hero for 2 seconds, but then it's somebody else,
Yeah.
or everybody hates you.
Yeah.
Like it's the worst.
Well, and
It's
like
a tough position.
forgotten too. Like that in that moment, the extra point was obviously massive,
Yeah.
but he makes it and then just kind of goes away, right? And
Right.
same with that field goal he made in the second half.
And what kills me about all of that is like people forget the final score is cumulative.
Uh-huh.
So if I miss a field goal in the fourth quarter to tie a game or win a game,
Yeah.
and I made 5 of them in the first quarter, like you forget those.
Okay.
But those were just as important mathematically because it's the total score. But it's people like, no, what did you do the last time you did it?
Yeah.
I don't care about you with 60 in a row. What happened the last
What
time?
have you done for me lately?
What have you done for me lately? Da, 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 da.
Are we sure it's not RK hacking the Wi-Fi because he's not here?
You know, he's jealous of Romy.
You know I love you, RK.
He's getting
More
replaced.
Romy, less RK. Let us know what you think in the chat. Then he's going to really hack it.
Are we good?
We recovered anything?
We don't. Everything's gone.
Everything's gone.
Sorry if you super chatted.
Modern magic.
All right, super chats unfortunately cannot be recovered because of the stream issues. I can try and pick through a few of them here,
Yeah,
but
you might have had some. I saw go by.
oh man. All right, I got a few.
Yep.
East Coast Kev says, even though BYU is ranked first in the Big 12, if we win tomorrow and BYU loses, we might be ranked first or second in the Big 12. Yep, big game in the Big 12 standings right here. Alonzo with the $5 super chat says, for Romi, see you next week.
Count it. It's a bye, but I'm here.
All right.
For Romy.
I'm in.
I'm so hyped about the bye
Anytime.
week, by the way.
That's nice. Double bye.
Yeah, I know. Great. Last one from KR. CU isn't Sam Houston or New Hampshire. Those rush stats BS. It'll be put to the test tomorrow.
You know, same thing was said about
We're fixing to find out.
Baylor's stopping the pass game. They were like 77 yards, and everybody knew there's no way you holding Shedeur Sanders to 77 yards. Sure enough,
Yep.
look what happened. So we'll see. we focus on us, do what we do well. I think the things that we do well are also the things that they do poorly. And so we got some opportunities there. My concern, if anything, as I said earlier in the show, was when this thing gets down to time of possession and scoring, like playing Madden or something, the guy with the ball last.
Yeah, right.
It could come down to that.
Yep, for sure.
Being punches all day long.
Yep. I mean, like I said to Coach Pollock, I mean, it's a styles make fights type of game where, I don't know, I could see this game coming down to the last play again, or I could see, it going very one-sided very quickly. Either way, really.
And if it's on the very quickly side, that favors us.
I hope so.
We score fast.
Yes, we do.
I feel like it's going to be like a 45-42.
That'd be fun.
I like that, Romy, going out there with a score prediction.
All right. That it? All right. Sorry,
We tried, chat. Appreciate y'all chatting up and super chatting us, but we lost it with RJ. RG fucked up the stream. RJ is not here. RG is.
Yes, thank you for bearing with us, chat. Thank you for Romy for coming on. You crushed it, by the way.
This was so great. Thank you for having me,
ball,
you guys.
Romy.
You guys are the
You do know
best. I
ball.
love you guys.
We'll
I
have
was
you back
excited.
very
I was
soon.
nervous. I was like sweating a little bit.
Nah, you crushed it. And you'll be back. We'll get you on the bus.
Yes.
And before we go, you talk to us about this suction cup.
Oh,
thing
this is
here.
great. This is great. So, like, they make these little, you can stick to, they used to make them that
Wow.
they just stick to the back of your phone. It's annoying. If I can just stick it and then I can, like, watch whatever I want. So I get ready in the morning, I stick it on my mirror, watch
That's
stuff.
one of the greatest inventions I've ever seen.
I know. And since
My
it's,
mouth is open.
whoops, since it's a mag safe, it doesn't, you don't have to leave it on. Because they used to make them with the sticky side.
Yeah.
And then it was annoying because it was on the back of your phone all day long.
Right.
Romy knows ball and gadgets.
She does. Chat, greatly appreciate you guys for hanging in there with us. We will be back tomorrow for the post-game show. I can't wait for this game. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Jake, you'll back me up on this like you always do. When the schedule dropped this spring, I circled 2 games.
Yes, sir, you
I
did.
circled
Back to back.
Baylor, and I circled this road trip. Getting that Big 12 game at home and measuring stick, and then going on the road for a Big 12 game to UCF, a program with established coaching staff, et cetera, et cetera. These 2, to me, will define where this program is and where it's headed.
I love it. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow, chat. Appreciate y'all. Let's go Buffs.
Go Buffs!
We all silly like the mayor.